Alright, this is gonna be my third try. So, let's redo. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you guys about my Brazilian wax experience. This is my first time getting it done about 2 weeks ago, professionally done, because I've always done waxes and shaving on my own. I'm just too cheap to go out there and spend $90 on Brazilian wax, but girl, let me tell you, it's so worth it. I absolutely waxed everything on my body except for my legs. I waxed my vagina, my armpits, my mustache, my eyebrows. Yeah, I waxed a lot of a lot of places in my body. So, why is this video so hard for me to do right now? Okay. Has it been that long since I made a video that I don't know how to act now? Okay. So, Brazilian wax is where they totally wax everything off of the surface of your vagina. They even wax your butt, your butthole. So, if you are uncomfortable if someone not necessarily examining, but like they're all in your vagina and all up on your asshole, then I would not recommend this for you because it will be a very bad experience. You need to be comfortable and just be able to do it, you know, take it like a fucking woman. But, okay, so my Brazilian wax was $90. Brazilian wax are expensive because, well, you know, they really gotta get in there and, wax everything off. So, okay, this is the procedure, okay? According to my Brazilian wax, and I'm gonna go back to that same lady because she was awesome. Okay, so it was $90. I went to a spa. And I always recommend going to a spa because I feel like they know what they're doing better than like a beauty parlor. I may be wrong, but whatever, it's my first time. And so yeah, it was very comfortable. The spa was nice. You just gotta relax. Like, I wasn't nervous. I wasn't uncomfortable. It was just like, oh, whatever. You know, like, I've waxed myself a lot of times before. I've waxed my vagina using Veet wax strips, and that worked fantastic. It's a very hard procedure and concept where you have to get underneath your vagina and you have to wax it by yourself, and that's really hard. So my neck would get all tired, and I just can't do it. So whatever, you know, now I'm going to go get it professionally done. And if I only go, like, maybe, like, once every 2 to 3 months, like, that's not a lot of money at all. But the first time, you'd be like, oh my god, $90 for a freaking wax? Like, that's crazy. Yeah, it kind of is. But it's worth it. So you go into the room, and most of the time they ask you to wipe yourself. And I always, like, even before I got there, I took a rinse off. Like, I cleaned everything because, you know, if someone's going to be working on your vagina, just have the courtesy to smell nice at least, because I know you can smell like fish sometimes. That's disgusting, but it's the truth. But yeah, so just clean yourself and make sure you're all nice. And no one's really gonna measure your vagina hair. Like, I didn't measure my vagina hair. You can just kind of look and just eyeball and be like, oh, time to go wax that thing off. Bye bye, Forrest. So yeah, So you go into the room and you wipe yourself off with a wipe or whatever that they give you, and then you lay down, and it's not what I thought it would be at all, because when I lay down, she wasn't like between my legs. She was actually on the side of me. And like, because like when I lay down like this, I would assume she'll be like right here between my legs, like, you know, I'm like looking ready to give birth. So actually, she was actually beside me and like waxing it, and it wasn't uncomfortable at all. And like, the pain only lasts for literally like 2 seconds, because she puts the wax on and then she pat it down really hard and then just rip it. I know that sounds terrible. Excuse me, I'm sick. And just rip it. And but most of the estheticians, when they do that, I always recommend for you to help them, because they only got 2 hands, you know, and like they can't really hold your skin and get the wax all at the same time. So what I did was I stretched my skin. Like, let's say this is my vagina and my hair is going this way, so she has to wax upwards. So I would stretch my skin like this, making it less painful, making it easier for the esthetician, and making it less painful on myself. So if you would just hold your skin, like, that's how you do your eyebrow waxing, like, that just tightens it up and then just rip it off, or like your mustache. Like, it's so much easier like that, instead of just having your skin like yanked and going with the flow, when you can just resist it and be less painful. So that's exactly what I did. Like, I held my skin while she waxed it and everything, because I was very particular. If I'm paying $90 to get my Brazilian wax, you best believe all the hairs are going to be gone. So after she waxed my ass, so she like asked me to turn around. I wish you guys can kind of see my ass right now. I'm just kidding. But she asked me to turn around, and like, it was very uncomfortable at first because I wasn't sure which position she wanted me to get in. She was like, just face the wall. So I turned to face the wall doggy style. So that was kind of weird because my butt was literally in the air. She's like, no, lay down, face the wall. So she wanted me to lay like a baby like that. So that's exactly what I did. You know, I just laid down that way, and she asked me to spread my butt cheek, and that's what I did. So I spread my butt cheek, she waxed it, and then it was done. So a lot of estheticians, they ask you to get in like a position where you're most comfortable. So I think that that's the most comfortable way, instead of literally like this, like a doggy style, having your ass in the air. Like, I don't think that's cool, and that's just uncomfortable for me. So yeah. And then after we waxed everything, I kind of looked over my vagina, and there was still a couple hairs stuck on there. So she did hard wax, and hard wax is where you it hardens basically. Like soft wax, you know, you can just leave it there, and then you have to put the wax strip on it, and then you yank it off. For the hard wax is the one, my color was in pink. I don't know if they come in different colors, but hard wax is where it hardens on your skin, and she just yanks it by her finger. I don't know if that makes any sense, but she yanks it by her finger, because the soft wax, they use wax strips because that's what gets everything off. And the hard wax is for the coarser hair that did not come off, because with the hard wax, you can repeatedly put it on there and it won't burn your skin. If you can burn as in like taking the layer off of your skin. If you keep doing that with soft wax, that will burn your skin, and that will leave a mark, and that will just be super painful and uncomfortable. So you can do hard wax over and over and over and over and over again. It's kind of like glue, you know, like glue. You can just put it on your skin, like Elmer's glue, and you can just take it off. But like with hot glue, like that actually sticks to your skin, and then yeah. So you get what I'm saying? That's the concept of the difference. But so yeah, so she did hard wax, and then that got the coarse hair out of the way, and then I examined it again, and I was like, look, there's still a lot of hair, well, still a couple hairs on there. So she ended up tweezing it, and I was like, okay, well, can we get those off? And she was like, well, yeah, what do you want to do? I'm like, well, can you tweeze it? So she was like, oh, that's fine. Like, she didn't think that I was comfortable enough for someone to be tweezing my pubic hair, but I am. Like, if I'm, like I said, if I'm paying $90, you best believe mine's like a baby's bottom. So yeah, so I spread my vagina, literally, like, it looks like I was playing with myself because I spread my vagina, and then, like, she just kind of, like, plucked all the hairs out, and it was so easy, and it wasn't uncomfortable. And if you're that kind of person who isn't uncomfortable around situations like that, I highly do recommend getting Brazilian wax instead of shaving, because shaving causes a lot of ingrown hair. It causes your area to be dark and razor bumps, and it's just not sanitary. It's not clean. And the waxing, it helps the hair not to grow back in like over a month, like under a month, I'm sorry. So like my hair right now, and I've gotten it for like almost 2 weeks, maybe almost 3 weeks now, and mine is so soft, and I absolutely love it, and I'm gonna go back, and it's probably the best decision I've made upon like waxing and stuff. So the thing that I do recommend is exfoliating before you go into waxing, a day before, because exfoliating basically scrubs all of the dead skins off, and it prevents ingrown hair. And even with waxing, sometimes you do get ingrown hair because it's just the way your skin is built on its layer. So after you do get your Brazilian wax, when your hair grows back, there might be some ingrown hair. So just get a tweezer and pluck the very first layer off of your hair. It's super easy. Like, don't even like try to dig into it like you do with your eyebrows. All you gotta do is just break the first layer. You can even do that with your fingernails if you have fingernails. Like, if you have ingrown hair, you can feel the razor, the bump on it. All you gotta do is just scratch the surface, and then the first layer was broken. And then you don't even have to tweeze it out, because if the first layer is broken, the hair will continue to grow out of the follicle nice and clean. If not, if you don't break the first layer of the skin, the ingrown hair will just keep staying in there, and then it will circulate and circle and circle, circle until it gets infected. So I always recommend picking your ingrown hair, and even if you're not comfortable with tweezing it because it may hurt, all you gotta do is just take a rag and some soap and just exfoliate it, or some sugar and some water and some soap, and just use that, and it just exfoliates it. So that's my recommendation. I highly do recommend waxing, getting Brazilian wax, and if you think $90 is a lot, which it is, just think of it as it will invest in the long run, because your man is going to be so happy he ain't got to visit that hairy jungle. So hope you guys enjoy, so be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I hope this video is helpful to you all. If you have any more questions or comments, let me know, and hopefully I'll get back to you guys. So, love you.